Hi, and welcome to another edition of Plastic Free North Devon Business Bites, which aims to shed a bit of a light on some of the amazing sustainable businesses that we have here right in North Devon that are striving for greener credentials within their business and helping us to achieve a more sustainable economy in general. And today we have Caro from the Little Green Christmas Cracker Company, that are a startup based in Bournemouth that are supplying plastic-free crackers to the surrounding community. And we've got her in today to talk to us a little bit about her business and how it started and what her ethos is. And she's also one of the a newer Plastic Free North Devon business supporter. So welcome, Caro.
Hi there.
Hi. So Caro, can you just tell us a little bit about how your business started? What's the kind of history of it?
It was inspired by a Google search last year when I was looking for eco Christmas crackers myself. And going even further back, I used to make Christmas crackers when I was a student. So I had a good idea about how these things were put together. And when I looked at what was on offer from other companies, I didn't feel that they really ticked the boxes that I felt that they could. So I had the idea of manufacturing and producing a cracker that put those green principles absolutely first and at the heart of what we were doing, to be not just plastic free in name only, but also as sustainable, recyclable as we possibly could be. So a truly green product. And we started setting up this year. We paused a little because of COVID. But I think one of the really positive things that came out of lockdown was the way that people reconnected with their communities and their local businesses. So we decided that we would press forward this year, and we launched in October.
Amazing. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right. People have taken a little bit more interest in what's around them and are starting to think about how they can invest their money a bit more locally rather than giving it to the corporates, which is definitely been a massive plus point for us coming out of this horrendous time. Great. So you've kind of talked a bit about your ethos and your ethics. So the idea is that you've kind of gone plastic free completely with every aspect. Is it what sort of presence and stuff are you putting within your crackers to make sure that they're sustainable, I suppose?
Well, I think one of my first principles there was that they shouldn't just be plastic free. You can put in a cracker that's wooden and people are to use. And I wanted nothing inside as a gift that was going to go straight in the bin from the Christmas table. So the gift we're using, we've got little organic soaps, we've got little solid shampoo bar to try and encourage people to move their own practices towards something a bit more sustainable. We have organic jam in there, which is rather lovely. We've got seed balls for planting. So basically every single gift that we have, you should be able to take away from the table and actually use, and that's what we really want.
Amazing. So you're essentially your product is providing tools for people to behave more sustainably and reduce their impact, or at least give them an idea about how they might do that.
Yes, and we've also gone to local companies we can do as well, because that's also quite important to us as part of our ethos. It's not just us, it's being part of a network of local businesses and encouraging people to look small and look local.
Yes, that's a bit. So it's like when you open your Christmas cracker in the morning, you get a little bit of inspiration in all sorts of directions. So whether that's a new local company that you hadn't discovered before, or whether that's like a shampoo bar that's going to help you reduce your consumption of shampoo and conditioner bottles.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's such an amazing idea. So I suppose that kind of covers our question about the tools that you offer to the community. So what challenges have you had to face with your business model? Has there been anything in particular that you've struggled with, and any challenges that you've overcome?
Glue, that's been the biggest one. Not believe where that comes into any kind of like manufacturing and product cycle. And when you're dealing with paper and paper products, the glue that you're going to be using, it comes in those plastic sticks that you put into a glue gun to create that bond. And getting rid of that was one of the biggest challenges. It meant we had to kind of like go back to first base and design a cracker that still looked as good as our competition, but that you could close without using glue, that you could make sure that you still had your snap, so you get a good Christmas cracker bang, kind of using sustainable recyclable tape rather than plastic tape. But yeah, I mean, that was one of the biggest challenges, is how you create something that really, really looks good, but taking hot plastic glue off the menu.
Wow, so you've got no glue on your crackers whatsoever?
No.
Wow, so what's it tied together with then?
They have tabs which slot together, which create the basic cracker shape. And then obviously the ribbon that we use, which is also all sustainable, coming from various sources, that kind of ties it closed. And then we've got recyclable tape, paper tape, we just use where we need just a little extra bit of closure.
That's incredible. It's just amazing, isn't it, to hear how much thought actually has to go into this sort of thing. It isn't just a case of making your own Christmas cracker and bang, they're done. It is, yeah, to actually make them truly sustainable and plastic free. You've obviously put a lot of thought and effort and time into producing this very fantastic product by the sounds of it. Okay, so do you have any advice or tips to any other business that is wanting to become more sustainable or trying to create a sustainable product?
Yes, I think so. I think you really have to take it as your first principle going forward. I think it's much, much harder to de-plastic your product once you've got to a certain level of creation. It's much easier to put those principles first and foremost and look at every single aspect of your supply chain as well, all the way through, to try and find out where you can make changes. And I think maybe finally as well is do look local. There are lots of fantastic companies local to us who will be able to do what you want. They may not come up first place on your Google search, but they're there. They're moving towards sustainable practices themselves.
Yeah, that's really sound advice. That's brilliant. So where can we find you? Where are you? What's your website?
You can find us at thelittlegreencrackercompany.co.uk. Actually, I think I got that wrong. I think it's littlegreencrackercompany.co.uk. So you can find us there. You can also find us on Etsy, and you can find us on Facebook and Instagram if you search for the company name.
Excellent. And you're stocking some little shops, so they should hopefully be stocking you once lockdown lifts again?
Yes, that's right. Hopefully once we open up again on Wednesday. You can also purchase them from Josie's in Bideford, from Kittiwakes in Braunton, and from Source Produce in South Molton, who've all been fantastic.
Amazing. And I think she's also, Little Green Cracker Company is also listed on our shop, so you'll be directed to there if you go through our website. So Carrie, thanks so much for your time. It's been a real inspiration listening to you and what you've created. And I wish you well for Christmas and hope sales go through the roof. And we'll catch up soon.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you.